Welcome to the world's most haunted places. This is not just a story, it's a journey into the shadows of history, into places where silence screams, where the dead refuse to rest, and where the living dare not step. This is the beginning of a new series here on this channel, where together we will uncover the most disturbing, terrifying, and chilling locations ever known to mankind. So if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe, because what I'm about to tell you, you won't want to miss. And tonight, we begin with the place so cursed, so feared, that even locals will not utter its name without shivering. The forbidden island of Poveglia. Poveglia is a tiny speck of land, just half a mile wide, sitting quietly in the Venetian lagoon of Italy. From afar, it looks abandoned. Crumbling ruins, wild overgrowth, and the silence of a forgotten past. But every inch of its soil is soaked in misery, madness, and blood. The Venetians call it the island of no return. Fishermen refuse to sail near it. And for centuries, it has been a place where the unwanted were thrown away like trash. But these were not things, they were people. The story of Poveglia truly begins in the 14th century, when the Black Death, the plague, swept across Europe like wildfire. Venice was hit harder than most. The city was a maze of canals, crowded alleys, and no escape from disease. The authorities grew desperate. They needed a place to dump the sick, the dying, and the infected. A place far from the beauty of Venice. And so, they turned to Poveglia. Imagine this. You feel a fever in your body. Your throat begins to swell. Black boils rising on your skin. You cough. Blood spilling from your lips. And within hours, soldiers arrive at your home. They don't ask. They drag you away. Your family screams as you are forced into a boat, ferried across the lagoon. And when the mist clears, you see the outline of Poveglia waiting. You know you're never coming back. On the island, there was no mercy. People with plague were dumped into giant pits. Some were already dead. Some were still alive. The sick were burned, their ashes mixing with thousands before them. Bones crunched beneath the dirt. They say more than 160,000 people died here. Their remains scattered underfoot. Even today, over half the island's soil is nothing but ash and human bone dust. The cries of dying echoed day and night. Some begged for water, some begged for death, and some simply screamed. The air was thick with smoke, decay, and the stench of burned flesh. The island was a factory of death, and Venice kept sending more. And yet, many stories claim the plague victims never left. Locals swear that at night, when the wind blows from the lagoon, you can still hear their cries, carried over the water. Desperate voices calling for help that will never come. Fishermen in the past said they saw shadows moving on the banks, as if thousands of souls were wandering in circles, waiting for release. Some even believed that the very soil of Poveglia cursed Venice itself. They say it explains why Venice has always been a place of beauty built on decay, light built over shadows. But the story doesn't end with the plague. For centuries, Poveglia remained silent, abandoned, avoided, cursed. But in the 18th century, Venice's leaders decided to use the island once again. And this time, it would not be for the dying, but for the insane. On the island, a mental asylum was built. Isolated, hidden from the world. It was the perfect place to lock away the forgotten. But what happened inside its walls would scar the island forever. And so, as night settles over the ruins of Poveglia, the whispers of the dead linger in the damp Venetian air. Some say if you stand still long enough, you can feel icy hands brushing against your skin, as if the lost souls are begging you to stay forever. But this is only the beginning of Poveglia's terrifying history. In the next part, we'll dive deeper into the horrors that turned this island into one of the most feared and abandoned places on earth. If you felt a chill listening to the story, imagine what's still to come. So don't miss it. Make sure you subscribe, like this video, share it with your friends, and leave a comment telling me, would you dare to step foot on Poveglia at night? Your answer might say more about you than you think. So until next time, stay safe out there, and I'll see you in part 2.